We see this verse everywhere. It's held up at all kinds of sporting events. It's painted on walls. It's a verse that everybody knows, whether they identify very strongly with the Bible or not. John 3:16, for God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believes in him should not perish, but have everlasting life. That verse speaks very deeply to the heart of many, many people. And it should, because it tells us that God loved the world. But notice how it's modified with the word so, a very small word, but it means so much because it says God so loved the world. It gives us a greater depth and richness to define and even begin to try to understand the great love that God has for us. And it tells us that God loved us and he gave his Son for us, that whoever believes in him should not perish, but have everlasting life. You notice the contrast there between the word perish and life. And notice how the word should is used. It doesn't say that whoever believes in him will have everlasting life, will not perish, but it says that he should not perish. A great illustration I heard many years ago is that to understand that text a little bit better and to understand what that means a little bit better is to think about giving someone directions to a store. And you say you drive down this street 2 miles and you turn right, and then you go a mile and you turn left and there's the store. And if you follow those directions, you should not get lost. But you know what? You could, because, well, you don't believe the directions, or you don't follow the directions, or you don't listen when the directions are given. And so you end up lost. You see, if we don't believe Jesus, if we don't believe what he says, we're going to end up lost. And we've got to not only believe him, we've got to obey him, so we end up at the right destination. That's why God loves us, and we know it because he gave his Son.